For those of you considering a move to this small northern European state, let us discuss the pros and cons of living in Luxembourg. Hi everybody, I am Ahmad Zatawakoli. This is our new channel, Immigrate for Persia Global. In Persia Global, we help those who are in search of better opportunities to work, live, or study abroad. In other separate lives and videos, I'll discuss more about jobs and employment in Luxembourg, working and moving to this country. For a new update related to immigration to Luxembourg, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to get notified of new uploads. You can also find other videos in our channel for immigration of non-EU nationals, a complete guide on immigration of third country nationals, including gaining of different visas and procedures, as well as documentations, different permits and licenses acquisition, diploma and certificate recognition and evaluation in Luxembourg, and other useful details that you can also book a consultation session with me with a link below our video. So today's video is only for discussing pros and cons of living in the world's richest country. There are certainly employment opportunities in all fields, but they are much fewer than they were in a few years ago. So the Luxembourg labor market is highly competitive and tight. On the other hand, salaries are very high, enough to say that the minimum wage set by law is over 2,000 euros per month. The average salary, however, is more than 4,000 euros per month. Recently, the country has become a very popular tourist destination. There has been a real boom in new immigrants. In the last year, only 100,000 new immigrants moved to the country. For this reason, there are increasingly specific requirements for access to many jobs, such as language skills and special qualifications. Those who intend to do unskilled jobs, especially in the hospitality industry, should know that the salary they receive is barely enough to survive, pay rent and food. And finding a job, if you know only English, is becoming increasingly difficult if you don't know French or German. So this was for those who are looking for unskilled jobs in Lux. There is a sort of separation between Luxembourgers and foreigners, as very few Luxembourgers work in the private sector. The vast majority are employed in the public sector, where salaries are higher. Of the 115,000 workers with a Luxembourg nationality, 90,000 are civil servants. The average Luxembourger generally has no ambitions and is only willing to get a well-paid job somewhere in administration or the public sector. When among themselves, Luxembourgers prefer to speak their own dialect, and therefore foreigners cannot fully participate in most social contexts. This makes integration very difficult. Foreigners live separately from the locals and meet only with other foreigners, who are not few, of course, since 95% of Luxembourgers are immigrants, making the atmosphere very multicultural and tolerant. Daily life in Luxembourg is quiet. Stores in the city usually close before 19. On Sunday, all the stores are closed, and in winter, it is a bit boring. Nightlife is active, especially on weekends. Luxembourg is a very quiet and orderly country where the rules are always followed without much discussion. It is a Nordic country in every way. The people are cold and closed. Living in Luxembourg is expensive compared to a few years ago. Costs have increased significantly. Housing prices are very high for both renting and buying. Okay, and a studio can easily cost 1,300 euros per month. Therefore, many people prefer to live in neighboring countries, France, Belgium, Germany, and commute daily. Every service is expensive: hairdresser, dentist, mechanic, etc. For a men's haircut, you can easily pay 40 euros for a simple or for a simple car service, a few hundred euros. Prices in restaurants are very high compared to the quality of the meals offered. Taxes in Luxembourg are high, and you always have to pay everything. Although Luxembourg is often considered an expensive place to visit, but this doesn't have to be the case. With careful planning, you can find ways to enjoy Luxembourg without breaking the bank. The public school has a good standard and is also multilingual, which means that the children are at least trilingual or even quadrilingual if another language is spoken at home. The school facilities, equipment, and teacher preparation are of an excellent standard. The public infrastructure works very well. Public transport, administration, everything you imagine. Public transport is efficient and free and covers the entire country. But at rush hour, if you are a commuter, be prepared to get stuck in biblical traffic jams. Healthcare in Luxembourg is free. However, the services must be paid in advance by the user, who will then request a reimbursement from the National Health Fund or CNS, unless you have a low income level, in which case you are not required to advance the money. The weather is gray and rainy most of the year. If you are used to the sun, it will be difficult. You can expect long, gray and wet winters, albeit with little snow, and short summers with cloudy days and rain. Perhaps if you have a sensitive character, you must be prepared for a certain period of depression. But let's summarize the pros of living in Luxembourg. There are good professional opportunities, high wages, low levels of corruption and crime, excellent services and infrastructure. And some of Luxembourg cons are high costs of living, especially real estate, gray and wet weather, difficult social integration. So, in conclusion, for living and working in Luxembourg, the general quality of life in Luxembourg is very good. It is a safe country with a good healthcare system, good infrastructure, good job opportunities, and medium to high salaries. It is a cosmopolitan nation. There are European institutions, multinational companies, and many foreign workers are there. Depending on your priorities and needs, you may or may not like Luxembourg. If you like big cities like London, Paris, or Berlin, Luxembourg may not be what you are looking for. It is too small to offer what a metropolis can. Do not expect a very active cultural scene, plenty of places to stay, and stores and clubs open 24/7. On the contrary, if you are tired of big cities and love tranquility, that I love too, Luxembourg may be the right choice for you. In this case, you can also book a consultation meeting with me with a link and description below this video. If you want to know how to work in Luxembourg, I recommend you to stay tuned or see other videos in our channel. In the next videos, I'll discuss in details how to work and how to move to Luxembourg. Thanks for watching. I hope this video could help you on your immigration journey to Luxembourg. Please do not miss out on other valuable videos in our channel for finding better opportunities to work, live, or study abroad. As always, pin all your hopes always on God. You will never be pinned down by man. Until next videos, cheers, over and out.